Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a TV star in more than one way. He was on Days of Our Lives, a nice soap opera actor. Like the sands of an hourglass, so are the days of our lives. He was once a cast member on The Real World, Chicago to be exact. And now every single morning you can watch him on NFL Network on the greatest morning show on television, Good Morning Football. This Friday, a new show with him hosting is debuting. An hour before Carson Palmer's A Football Life, you can catch the Kyle Brandt Football Experience on NFL Network. Ladies and gentlemen, super football brain and personality, Kyle Brandt.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Wow, Pat, that was incredible. Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem. I just got a promo for you there, Kyle. I think you are really doing incredible things. That Good Morning Football show, I've never been invited onto it, but watching it, it's an incredible show. You guys do a great job.
Do you want to come on?
Nope.
Why not?
Well, I'm at the point now where you haven't invited me for numerous years. The show's been on, and I'm at the point now you can all eat shit.
All right, I guess we'll miss out on you. It's all right.
You broke up there a little bit. The Kyle Brandt Football Experience debuting on Friday at 6 o'clock. What is it going to be? What's it going to be about? I can't wait to watch it. I honestly enjoy the hell out of you on television.
Oh, thanks, Pat. I enjoy you too, man. It's going to be nuts. I think you're going to love it. The network has decided, in all its wisdom or insanity, to give me a half an hour on Fridays. And the time slot's awesome, Pat, because it's like Friday at 6 Eastern. It's like the work week is over. The football is coming. I'm ordering Indian food and opening beer and sitting down on the couch. It's an awesome pocket of time. And then they're going to put me not on like a TV set or a desk or a miniature football field or something like that. I'm in a control room surrounded by 50 monitors and like 5,000 buttons, and I can play any play from any player in any game ever. There's going to be like a heavy nostalgia that rolls through this show. We'll have the best highlight from week 6, but also the best highlight from when you were 6 years old. I think it's going to be really cool. You'll like it.
Are you coming live from the NFL Films Vault? Because I've heard these incredible stories about the NFL Films Vault.
No, I've been in the vault. I have. I've been in the one that's in Mount Laurel, but this will be from New York City. And have you ever been to the vault? It's really cool. It's freezing.
No, I did a little bit of work with NFL Network, and I heard about it. I've heard nothing but these incredible stories about the vault, and it sounds like with the Kyle Brandt Football Experience, you get all the access to the vault that you could possibly want just in a control room in New York City. Am I right?
Yeah, and everybody who comes through, I'm going to ask you the question. Everybody who comes through, I'm going to ask them the same thing. I say, well, we love football, or we played it, or we watch it. But all of us also have either like one player or one moment or one game when we were kids and we were growing up that hooked us and said either I want to watch this game or I want to play this game. What was that moment for you? What was your first?
Randy Moss mooning the crowd, getting fined in the parking lot, asking him if he's wrote the check yet. When you're rich, you don't write checks. Well, how do you plan on paying? Straight cash, homie. What's 10 grand to me? Next time I'll shake my dick.
You come on the show, Pat, and I will have you physically press a button in front of you, and we bring up the Randy Moss mooning and a Joe Buck, and that is a disgusting act. We apologize to our viewers. We'll do it all, and then we'll do the homie, and we have access to everything. So you'll tell the story of why that play, and then we'll finish it talking about like the modern Vikings and what they got going on. You'll love it.
How did you become such a diehard? I saw you cut a promo for the Philadelphia Eagles. Are you from Philadelphia? That went viral, by the way. Great work by you. The shirt you were wearing was electric. That's on the internet. You can follow him at Kyle Brandt, I believe. Well, are you a diehard Eagles fan? How did you get into the love of the NFL?
Not Eagles at all. In fact, I was born and raised in Chicago. My first memory is the Super Bowl Shuffle, 1985 Bears, Refrigerator Perry, Sweetness, all of that. I was so lucky because I grew up in Chicago. When I was a little kid, it was the 85 Bears, Jim McMahon, and like maybe the coolest team ever. And then when I got to junior high and high school, it was the Jordan Bulls. So I was just blessed to be on this planet at some of the coolest times ever. The Philadelphia thing, it was just random. We do the show every day throughout the playoffs, and one day back in January when the Eagles were about to host the Falcons in the divisional round, and they were the first one seed to ever be an underdog at home, I started just screaming on TV about how stupid it was and how everyone was just thinking that they lost their quarterback, they have no shot of winning, and it rant this and rant there. And then, the people in Philadelphia, man, if you say that no one believes in them and you do, they're eating out of your hands. So that's how it happened. I've been to Philadelphia like 3 or 4 times in my life, and twice when I was a college player to get my ass kicked by Penn at Franklin Field. So I have like very few ties to Philadelphia other than I love the Eagles.
So you're a diehard Bears fan still, or are you just now become an NFL fan strictly because you have a morning show and you can't show bias?
It's not even that I care about the bias. I'm the character on the show. I can be as biased as I want. Like, I don't have to be the Big J objective. Like, I just, at this point, like, I make my living talking about stuff. So I'm a huge fan of whatever team just does stuff to talk about. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. I don't care if the Bears win or lose. So if somebody posts something on Instagram or something in the end zone and it keeps the conversation, that's my favorite player on my favorite team.
So Aaron Rodgers, what he did to the Chicago Bears, the place you're from, on Sunday night, all tore it all up afterwards, gives an incredible interview, leads them back. That must have been just gold in your eyes for Good Morning Football.
It was gold, man. And I've never really seen something like that. Again, coming from Chicago, like, for 15 years as Bears fans, you're like, goddamn Brett Favre, we cannot beat this hillbilly. We cannot do it. We hate him. And then we're like, we got to get Favre out of here so we can finally win. They get him out of there, and then they bring in Rodgers, who's better, and a decade and a half of that. And it's like, the other night was supposed to be different, man. I mean, we got weapons now. We spent big money, and our GM did this, and we got a quarterback and a coach, and he's hurt, and we're going to beat him. That movie, Pat, played out, and I feel like I was watching The Revenant. It was just like that. Khalil Mack is the giant bear. I mean, it's perfect. He's a bear, 8,000 pounds, and he's stomping on the Packers' head and bleeding them out, and he's going to crush their skull right there on television. And then, sure enough, the DiCaprio gets up and he kills the bear and he comes out from the dead and he survives the winter. That's what Aaron Rodgers is doing now. He's the bear killer. Like, he is immortal. He can't be killed.
He's wearing the bear skin in that interview afterwards, just walking through the woods.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't put on that belt anymore, the State Farm thing. He puts on one of those necklaces with bear claws on it that they used to have back in the day because he owns them. He cloned them. He's killed them. You can't win. Listen, Pat, nobody comes back from the cart. You can go on the training table, go in the little tank, you go in. If you're on the cart, the very best scenario is your night is over. More likely, if your year is over, you got Al Michaels on the call of that game, who's called every game for 50 years, who says offhandedly, well, if we know Rodgers is done for the night, we'll have to – no, he came back and walked out like the Undertaker, and he was like the dead man and just tore their heart out, those poor, sweet Bears. Terrible.
They were having a full memoriam for the NFL in general for losing a character like Aaron Rodgers all the way through the halftime show. They even got Tirico in on it. I mean, the entire league was having it, and then all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers comes back. Same old song and dance. The Revenant metaphor is incredible. Let's get into this, though. Your brain is a good one. Were you a stand-up comedian? My producer said you were the producer for the Jim Rome Show for a long time. How did you kind of find your way into this, from soap operas and reality shows to now being a hilarious talking head about the NFL? How did you kind of find your way in here?
Pat, you have a really diverse, interesting resume that is getting more interesting and diverse by the day, and I love that, man. I respect that about you because I always say that, like, there are millions and millions of people who have a better resume than me, but I don't think anybody's is weirder. I will take on all comers. I really think I am the Tom Brady of weird resumes. I mean, it's the stuff you mentioned, Days of Our Lives and Real World and the college thing and the 9 years before on the jungle in California, and now not only did the NFL let me in the door, that in a network full of Hall of Famers and award-winning journalists, like, I get to have 30 minutes to mash buttons and play highlights is nuts, man. I don't even really know how it worked. I just keep kind of changing plans and changing careers, and it keeps working. I think the last step to answer your question was I worked for Rome for 9 years. I was his guy, his right-hand man, his exec, his writer, all that stuff. And at one point, I was kind of dabbling in TV and media like you are now, and I had an agent that I convinced someone to sign me, and this crazy, brilliant British man, Michael Davies, who runs this company called Embassy Row, who has started a million shows.
Yeah, hey, just real, I don't want to interrupt you here, but he also put me on a TV show with no sound for 30 minutes in Iowa. So, fuck that guy.
What was that? Tell me that. What was that?
I don't want to interrupt you. It's not diverse, but Embassy Row put me on basically on Facebook's TV, 30 minutes in Iowa with no sound. 30 minutes straight, no sound.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah, neither here nor there. Get back to your story.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
He should be sorry. His name's on it.
Well, listen, hopefully Friday night the sound turns out when I go back. No, I haven't done it yet. No, because it's going to be terrible, by the way. This is me. But no, anyway, so then he gave me a call, and he said, do you want to move to New York with your family? And I had 2 kids under 3 and a wife who had been to New York one time in her life to take a selfie in Times Square, and she did it, and we're here, and 2 years later, somehow this crazy morning show with one ex-player on it on the NFL Network, somehow people seem to sort of like.
It's good. It's a good show. You guys keep it very, very loose. I enjoy it a lot.
Were you on Rome?
Thank
Were
you,
you
man.
working for Rome? Was it your idea for the Check That Chris Everett?
No, I don't go back that far, but I get asked about that all the time. I mean, that would happen when I was like in junior high school or something, but people always ask me about that. Was it staged and was it set up? And I'm like, no, knowing very, very well how Rome works, and there's no possible way it would ever be staged. Plus, like, let's look back on it. Rome was like in his 20s at that time, and he had his own TV show where he would interview people on television. So the idea that he would want to like stage that, first of all, he didn't come off real well. I mean, he basically fell on his ass, and the guy stood over him. So if you were going to stage it, you want to make yourself look a little more triumphant. It was completely authentic, and I know that he would like to have that one back.
What are you guys talking about tomorrow morning in the NFL? Do you guys get told what you're allowed to talk about, what you're not allowed to talk about? Because I know the Commissioner Goodell is the boss of the NFL Network. Do they come after you guys at all?
No, not really. I mean, it's weird. We're the whole network's based in L.A., except for us. We're the only entity that's consistently outside of L.A. We're in New York. And look, the stuff that we talk about, sometimes it's there, it's given to us. Like tomorrow, we'll talk about a lot after Thursday Night Football game, the Bengals Ravens, but. Yeah, you would not believe how much creative freedom we're given to just make up segments and do whatever we want. Like if we have a given segment one day, let's say we got 9 minutes here, and I don't know, we want to say which Stranger Things character would which New England Patriot be. It's fine. Like we do it and it works. And for some reason, they just give us complete freedom. But I get asked that like every once in a while by like a family member, like, do they make you talk about this? They tell you not to talk about this? I'm telling you, full out, they do not. Like, they just let us be us. It's incredible.
Who's going to win a Super Bowl, Kyle?
I think the Patriots and the Eagles again. I think the same 2 teams. I mean, I would love to sit here and tell you, I know everyone loves after week 1 to be like, I'm going to swing out of my shoes and blow your mind with this awesome take, and it's going to be the Ravens versus the Redskins. No, I don't think so. Like, you know, it's overreaction week. Every team that won is playing a parade. Every team that lost sucks, and they're on the clock for the draft, and they're already looking at Nick Bosa tape. No, I just think they're the best 2 teams. Like the Patriots, they haven't not been to the title game. I think it's like in 7 years or something like that. So I think they'll be fine. And then the Eagles, I don't know. I think the reason the Eagles aren't that sexy to talk about is because everyone's playing fantasy and everyone loves this and loves that. But the Eagles, the best parts of their team are their D-line and their O-line. So it doesn't jump at you in neon like having someone like Antonio Brown or Alvin Kamara, who are awesome and I love. But I just think when it comes down to it, I still think it's the Eagles and the Patriots. And we haven't had a repeat Super Bowl, I think, since, like the early 90s. It's been a long time, so I think it'd be cool.
Do you think Lev Bell's a good rapper?
I listened to a little bit of it. Juice. I can tell you something about Lev Bell, about his rapping. I thought this was interesting. Pat, tell me how you feel about this.
Okay.
Lev Bell came on our show. This is 2 Super Bowls now. So this is the Houston Super Bowl.
Okay.
And he was there. He was on the set. And we've had guys do this before where they say they rapped, and we're like, oh, really? You rap? Like, go ahead. Freestyle something for us. Go ahead. And they've done it. Like, Telvin Smith from the Jaguars, he can just start rhyming. Or like Nate, who's on our show, can start rhyming. And we say, go ahead, do whatever you want. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. And this is on live TV where it gets kind of awkward. And we're like, whatever you want, man. Start us out. You go through a beat, whatever. And he steadfastly refused to rap in front of us, which I think, as far as I understand, I have a really loose understanding of the rap game, but like you have to be able to freestyle to be like a real rapper, and to be really respected. And you got to be able to give me something. You got nothing. You're in heaven.
Kyle Brandt and Lev Bell there.
System rapper.
Hey, he raps and he plays football when the money and business is right. No white dude from Chicago is going to put him on the spot on live TV and make him rap, Kyle.
That's fine, but it was also a black dude from Seattle who was doing it. It's not a color thing. You could have brought in anybody holding the boom mic or the camera. We could have had a Benetton ad of diversity in front of him. I don't think it had anything to do with that. I just didn't have the game.
The Kyle Brandt Football Experience debuts tomorrow at 6 o'clock on NFL Network, right before the Carson Palmer of Football Life. Who's been your favorite interviewer, somebody you've met through this whole NFL Network thing?
The one we had recently was someone who exceeded my expectations, and it was Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco. And I'll tell you why. I remember the era of Chad when he was Chad, and he was doing the celebrations, and he had this cool blonde mohawk and all that. He was really one of the most fun times in the league. He was like, I think it was he was like a founding father of all the celebrations you see now. But then I feel like the Chad Johnson thing, when he changed his name, and he was on Hard Knocks, and his catchphrase that, and T-shirt that, I feel like it got kind of jumped to Sharky. Like, I don't know, maybe if he had a show with T.O., it's fine. It's just moved past it. So I expected him to come on and just be, I don't know, in sane mode constantly, or trying to, whatever bumper sticker phrase he's got going, whatever, and that would be fine. But he came on, first of all, he came out in a Rage Against the Machine T-shirt, which you just don't see very much, and said he was a huge fan of Rage Against the Machine and Skinner, which I thought was interesting. And then he was just real deep and insightful, soulful almost about what the game and what it means to him and the toll that it takes. And I didn't expect that from Chad. I thought he was just going to be neon and lights and catchphrases, but he was actually a really, really cool guy.
That might have been after. Maybe he had one of the ayahuasca things. Maybe he had a. Maybe he had a rebirth.
He might. He also told us that he said he eats McDonald's every day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when you say every day, you mean it like a couple times a week? He goes, no, dude, I hit McDonald's every single day of the year. And I'm like, for real? Like that guy in that documentary? And he goes, yeah, I heard the same thing. He said, whatever he rattled off, number one, no pickles, blah, 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 every day. And I'm like, I like McDonald's as much as the next guy, but that's not horrible. I wouldn't even want it 3 or 4 times a week, every day. And he's shredded, and I hate that.
Well, not all men are created equal, and not all TV hosts are created equal. Kyle Brandt, you're next level, brother. Good Morning Football every single morning on NFL Network. Also, check out the Kyle Brandt Football Experience debuting tomorrow, where he's in a control room, taking you down a little nostalgia lane in the NFL. So thankful you joined us, ladies and gentlemen. I assume he's going to be an NFL Hall of Famer at some point with the way he's dictating and changing the game. Kyle Brandt, thank you, brother.
Pat, thrilled to be on, man. I've always watched you. I've always read your stuff. I've listened to you. I mean that. This was really cool when I saw that your name was the guy I had to call. I would do it anytime, dude. Thank you so much.
That means a lot, and I hope you come back. You're really electric, brother. I appreciate you. Good luck with your new show. 6 o'clock on Friday. Terrible time slot, by the way. I know you're trying to sell that. That's a terrible time slot. Good luck. I hope you do great. You're an electric human. Thank you, Kyle.
Anytime, Pat.
Cheers, brother.